mankind periodically begins to think that the picture of the past centuries is more or less clear. There are archaeological finds that break the slender notions of modern people. Today, scientists using radiocarbon analysis can examine the artifact and say exactly how old it is. With the help of computer programs, they can recreate a person's face from just one skull. Amazing, it's a look through the ages. But it doesn't help to answer the questions of why the Romans used dodecahedrons, and why the Incas sought a huge gate in the rock. Skulls in Paracas. We are talking about the turtles, which are now stored in a museum near the city of Paracas. In 1928, archaeologist Julio Tello discovered a burial site with the remains of more than 300 people with strange skulls. They look very much like human skulls, but have a very strange shape and size. The skulls are larger than usual, heavier, and most importantly, they are very elongated. If a child is asked to draw an alien, his head is likely to be drawn exactly like this, elongated and large. It is this resemblance that is actively speculated on television, on the internet, and in various print media. Human evolution itself is being questioned. One would like to explain the artifacts by the deliberate mechanical deformation of the skull from early childhood, but it is confused by the fact that the skulls have only one parietal plate instead of two, and a different DNA structure from the human. Petrified bullet. This unique archaeological find was made in the Crimea. Researchers were excavating the ancient Taurus and stumbled upon a structure of the past. There was a crack in one of the masonry stones. The structure is ancient, of course, there are cracks in it. Archaeologists tried to extract the stone from the ground without damaging it, but it cracked and greatly surprised them, and puzzled the rest of the world as well. There was an iron bullet in the stone. This is the kind of bullet produced by small arms, not necessarily modern, but also medieval. The catch was that radiocarbon research determined the age of the bullet, and the stone to be 2,200 years old. At that time people simply did not have small arms, and, according to the official version, there was no gunpowder before the middle of the 1st century AD either. The history of the origin of this artifact is shrouded in mysteries, the solution of which can seriously shake several historical postulates. Roman dodecahedron. These artifacts are the same age as the fossilized bullet, and their purpose is not clear at all. Most dodecahedrons were found on the territory of the Roman Empire, but several made of gold were also found in Vietnam. All dodecahedrons are a hollow form with 20 flat pentagonal sides. Each has a circular hole in it. At each corner is a small ball. The size of these strange things ranges from 4 to 11 centimeters. They are made mainly of bronze, less often of iron and clay. The exact purpose of these finds is unknown. Corrugated spheres from South Africa. In South Africa, miners find very strange metal objects in pyrophyllite deposits every now and then. They are small spheres, sometimes flattened, with 3 notches on the equator. The spheres vary in size from 2.5 to 10 centimeters. Radiocarbon analysis showed that the artifacts are 2.5 billion years old. This is, to say the least, puzzling. By all indications, these spheres are man-made, and what hands could have made them so long ago? Fans of the unbelievable and unknown at once came up with many different mystical theories involving both aliens and Lemurians. A set of tungsten springs. In 1991, a group of gold prospectors was working in the north of the Ural Mountains. At a depth of 6 meters, their metal detectors began to roar furiously. Metal springs were found in the soil, shiny and smooth as if they were silver. They were very small, and there were a lot of them. The gold diggers kept the finds, and when they returned to the big city, showed them to the scientists. A few necessary studies were conducted, which revealed that the springs were tungsten, and the age of the artifacts from 20 to 100,000 years. What was in the north of the Urals in those immemorial times, and where in the earth the obviously man-made springs came from, is unknown. The stone balls of Costa Rica. Once again, South America. On the coast of sunny Costa Rica in 1930, very strange stone spheres were discovered, which are called petrospheres. These archaeological finds have different sizes. The largest in diameter reaches 2 meters and weighs 16 tons. The smallest only 2.5 centimeters in diameter. Scientists cannot determine their exact age, but they agree that they are no younger than 200 BC. The purpose of the artifacts is even more difficult to judge than their age. We can only guess why the ancient inhabitants of the Caribbean coast used petrospheres. Golden Inca plains. Let's not leave South America yet, because the Incas are still mysterious guys who left a whole bunch of secrets to the people of our time. Another one of them is the Golden Plains. In the tomb of one of the noble representatives of the Incas were found small, 5 centimeters, gold figurines of plains. Some of them had animal heads. One might therefore think that the sculptor was simply being creative in depicting ordinary birds. However, several toys have a propeller instead of a head and look exactly like our airplanes. This is incredible, and the airplanes stand up next to the figure of the astronaut from the Nazca Plateau. Aramumuru. The landmark is located in Peru near Lake Titicaca, and it is a huge gate, which is as if pressed into the rock. Their height and width are almost equal and are about 7 meters. In the center, right at the ground, there is a T-shaped doorway that a person can enter. It doesn't lead anywhere. It gives the impression that the work was abandoned for some reason, and it is an unfinished object. The archaeological find is about 2,000 years old. Scientists do not give explanations for this object, but people do not need to. They will come up with their own. Now at this place they regularly try to go into a trance under the guidance of modern shamans. They believe that the gate is a portal to other worlds. Meredith Stone. A very strange artifact was found in the United States in the late 19th century in the New Hampshire area. It is egg-shaped and has several scraped images on it, including an image of a human face, an ear of corn, a hut, and several other strange objects. The stone is made of a solid piece of quartzite, which simply does not exist in those places. Scientists give no explanation for the origin and purpose of this thing, and there is also difficulty in determining its age, because when the Meredith stone was extracted from the ground, no one paid attention to the depth and the nature of the soil around it. Ancient Greek computer. This artifact is also called an Antikytherian mechanism. It is a mechanical device consisting of 30 bronze gears, a wooden body, and 2 bronze panels with dials. It is believed to have been used around 150 BC to calculate the exact dates of various astronomical events. Of all the artifacts listed in this selection, the Antikythera mechanism is perhaps the most unraveled. However, it is impossible to say anything for sure when it comes to matters so long ago. Therefore, the ancient Greek computer could have been used for something else.